this is Erica with Two Countries Cooking. Today we're going to make some carne asada. So the type of meat that we got is skirt steak. So you could also use flank steak, flat steak. Just make sure you peel the membrane, cut that off because you don't want to cook, definitely you don't want to grill with that there. So we're going to marinate this meat. When I was growing up, you basically just grabbed your steak, put some salt on it, put it on the grill, and it was fantastic. But we've been playing with some different recipes here for these marinades, and it's just brings it totally to a different level. So in a big bowl, what you're gonna do is that we're gonna go ahead and start mixing up the marinade. You're gonna have approximately 2 tablespoons of cumin. We're gonna put in our bowl. About 3 teaspoons of light brown sugar. We're going to add 9 cloves of garlic because I have a lot of steak. I think it was about 4 or 5 pounds. So you want to make sure that you have plenty of it. Obviously, if you only do like 2 pounds, then you would use less garlic. But I also already have some more here. And about 6 tablespoons of soy sauce. We will also be adding lime zest, which just brings it totally to a different level. If you're just one of those people that just like, oh, we don't need lime zest. As long as you have the juice, it's totally enough. No, it's not enough. You could always use the juice and the zest. It just, trust me, it brings it up. And then you want to go ahead and add the lime juice. Now for the lime juice, if you have a lime squeezer, it is completely a lifesaver. If you don't have one, you can always just use a spoon. Or if you are nice and strong, you can always just squeeze it with your bare hands. Nothing wrong with that. So something that I would do a lot because growing up, we used lime like ketchup. We would put it on literally almost anything and everything. So right now what I'm doing is that I'm putting the 2 limes that I had already squeezed together to squeeze even more lime juice out. You want to get all the lime juice. This really gives it a good enhancement in the flavor of the meat. And I do love the combination of soy sauce and lime juice. After you have the mixture, which is kind of going to look like that, let's go ahead and add the cilantro. So for the cilantro, you want to make sure that you chop it finely. It's about 1.5 bunches, depending how big your bunches of cilantro is. So cut the ends. And fortunately enough, I have little bunnies because we live here in a little farm and my bunnies love cilantro. So maybe one day I'll do another video where you guys can meet the bunnies. Their names are Dolly and Willie. One is a black bunny and Miss Dolly is beautiful and gray. All right guys, so with the cilantro, you want to make sure that you chop it very finely. When you are marinating the meat, as everything is soaking in those wonderful juices, the cilantro will stay on the steak. And while it does that, when you have it on the grill, the cilantro could catch on fire and it would affect the flavor of the steak. So you want to make sure that you chop it all finely. So I'm just going to add this last little bunch right into our mix. And last but not least, we want to add some neutral oil. For all the steak that I have, I got approximately 1.5 cups. So like I said earlier, if you're going to use less, just measure accordingly, and I can go ahead and put that on the comments if you'd like. So we're going to mix all this, mix in all them flavors, and of course you want to add some fresh pepper. I'm gonna say you want to add approximately about 2 tablespoons of fresh pepper. Why fresh pepper over already ground pepper? So the fresh pepper just adds a fresh taste. My husband and I actually have a debate on these tacos, this Carne Asada tacos. He says that the best way to have these tacos is with the infamously known as pico de gallo. And I say that you need to use an avocado sauce. So we're gonna have some people over later to give us their opinion and see what they think. So after you have ground all of that pepper, what you wanted to use next is your seasoning. So this awesome seasoning is called Island Creek seasoning. It is called Flavor of the Smokies, as in the Smoky Mountains. It was created by a couple of families that love to camp and just hang around and love to eat. So American made, locally owned, locally produced. So if you've not had some, if you've not tried it, you can go. They have a Facebook page, they have an Instagram account, and they do have a website, islandcreekseasoning.com. So we're gonna go ahead and mix all of this. And then we're gonna start marinating the meat. And now the process of marinating. You'll need about a gallon size bag, Ziploc bag. So it doesn't matter, like this chunk of meat is ginormous, but it is okay if it's all flattered up everywhere. Flattered up, that's your new word of the day. So I always use this as an excuse. Is it a good excuse? No. Am I gonna use it anyway? Yeah. English is my second language, so I have the ability to create and invent new words all the time. All the time, you may ask? All the time. After you have zipped up, obviously you're gonna wanna separate and divide the marinade equal parts between both steaks. I have two, but like if you just have one, then just dump it all. And then you wanna go ahead and mix it up, make sure that it's all well mushed up, every cream, and that is all mixed up. So in this case, since I have two, one's done, Piston, hush. That's my dog, everyone, Piston. Here comes the other. Have smaller piece, and then hunk a chunk of meat. So you'll want to go ahead and make sure you get every single little bit of it. Man, I really wish you guys could smell this, because I can smell the garlic, I can smell the lime, the cilantro. I love cilantro. And I know that some people it's like a deal breaker, but it's okay if some people are wrong. Now, I grew up in Mexico for about 19 years of my life, and during that time my parents really instilled in me to not waste anything. So if I can get even the last drop, I am totally going to try. Just bear with me. Oh yeah, that's gonna be so good. I can already taste it. All right, it's all in there. Want to go ahead and make sure you zip it up. Mix it up well so that it all gets in there. It's gonna be so good, guys. Now, I am not the griller of the house. I can pan fry all day, but the husband is the griller. So once we leave these to marinate about, I'm gonna say an hour to, you can go all the way all night, ooh, even better. But for today's purposes, we're gonna marinate for about 2 hours, and then we're gonna fire up the grill. Hey everyone, so it's grilling time. What we're gonna be doing now is that Kevin back there, my husband's going to put the stuff in the grill, and we're gonna show you how that kind of looks. Use plenty of your leftover marinade. Let that oil drip and cause the flare-ups, and let the steak live right in there. This is what gives you the little burnt ends, and it's all flavor.
Stick it in those flare-ups until you get all those big crispies, all flavor.
That's just All right, everyone, so check it out. It looks absolutely amazing. It smells so good. So let's see how it looks when we cut it. Oh my goodness, look at that. Wow, that juice is just coming out. Look at that. So amazing. So to make a taco, me and my husband always dispute. He says that you need pico de gallo, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to do both. In a separate video, I'll show you a tutorial of how to make the pico de gallo that I make and to make guacamole. So we're gonna grab some of that meat. And then I like to base it off with some guacamole first. And then top it off with some pico de gallo. Check that out. Look at that. So obviously it's a taco. It's kind of like with the flour tortilla, so we kind of have to make it a burrito so that all those amazing juices don't fall out. So good. So good. So I hope you guys are enjoying the video. You totally have to try this. This is absolutely amazing. And here is our dinner. So we have rice, we have a beautiful banana pepper stuffed with cheese, and some corn tortilla tacos. Now excuse us while we go eat. Till next time, people.